The full Play It Today breakdown is linked in the description on theircheck.com. For All-Star Baseball 2002, the practical answer is blunt. This is hard to recommend for most players today. Not because old baseball games have no value, but because this one asks for old hardware, old controls, and a very specific kind of interest. The reason to play All-Star Baseball 2002 now is narrow, but real. If you are interested in early 2000s baseball sims, or you specifically care about Acclaim's All-Star Baseball series, this can still be worth a look. It belongs to a period when licensed sports games were trying to be serious console simulations with batting systems and presentation choices that feel very different from current baseball games. That is the appeal. It is not convenience. It is not the best way to play baseball in 2026. It is not the obvious recommendation for someone who just wants a legal modern baseball game and an easy start. For most players, the better move is to skip this and play a current MLB The Show release instead. That is the cleaner recommendation if your actual goal is baseball, not archaeology. All-Star Baseball 2002 makes sense for enthusiasts, old sports game specialists, or players with a particular attachment to that era. Everyone else has better options, and that matters, because this is not one of those retro cases where the old game is still the easiest or most charming route. The main friction comes before you even reach first pitch. No good modern digital option for All-Star Baseball 2002 was confirmed in the dossier. No current mainstream storefront release, no subscription version, no remake, no remaster, no obvious collection. So the legal route today is the old-fashioned wanna-used original copy and compatible original hardware. The game was released on PlayStation 2 and GameCube. If you insist on playing All-Star Baseball 2002 specifically, the PlayStation 2 version is the cleaner, practical pick. Not because it suddenly becomes low friction, it does not. You are still dealing with a physical disc, old hardware, likely memory card considerations, and whatever display setup you use for that console. But between the two main versions, the GameCube release has more documented usability friction around menus, help, and saving. So the PlayStation 2 version is the one to choose if you want the most sensible purist route. There is no distinct low friction option here. That is the key point. For this specific game, legal access is basically original hardware. For baseball in general, the low friction option is a modern MLB The Show release on current platforms. So why start with PlayStation 2 if you are determined to play it? Because it gives you the original game without adding the extra practical complaints attached to the GameCube version. It preserves the period-specific design, the early 2000s baseball sim feel, and the exact reason someone would be seeking out All-Star Baseball 2002 in the first place. The trade-off is equally clear. You are choosing authenticity over convenience. There is no modern wrapper smoothing the edges, no current storefront route to make this feel like a simple purchase, no reason to pretend this is the easiest way to enjoy baseball today. A modern first-time player should be ready for the controls more than anything else. The main adjustment is the older cursor-style batting model. If you are used to newer baseball games, where hitting tends to feel more guided, more polished, or at least more standardized, this can feel fussy at first. Do not treat that as a bug in the recommendation. It is the recommendation. This is the kind of thing you are signing up for if you play a 2001 baseball sim. The value is in experiencing how that era handled batting and simulation feel, not in getting the smoothest modern sports interface. Give yourself time to understand the timing and placement logic before judging it. You do not need a roster breakdown, a season guide, or a deep strategy plan to start. You need to know that the game may feel less immediate than modern baseball, and that the controls are part of the historical texture. That also means the game is a poor first baseball recommendation today. If you are curious about old sports design, fine. If you want a strong baseball game to actually play regularly, Go Current All-Star Baseball 2002 is not a lost essential. It is a specialist stop. Play it legally on original hardware if that specific era matters to you. Otherwise, save the effort and choose a modern baseball game instead.
They hit just 207. Texas leaguer just out of reach of the infield. Single to right.